Post-war Britain, a time of rationing, rebuilding, and a smattering of displaced souls seeking solace on our shores. Among them was Father Henryk Borynski, a Polish priest. He arrived with the Polish Second Corps in 1946. A wave of relief must have washed over him when he stepped onto English soil. He, like many of his countrymen, had witnessed horrors unimaginable. Father Borynski found his calling in Bradford. He became chaplain to the Polish community in 1952, a beacon of hope, a symbol of resilience. His arrival ushered in what many recall as a golden age. He was a dynamic presence, full of life. He organized football teams, dances, even chess tournaments. He brought laughter back into their weary lives. I met him only once at a charity bazaar. He was strikingly handsome in a rugged sort of way, but it was his eyes that captivated you. They held a depth of experience that hinted at past sorrows, but also a glimmer of hope for the future. July 1953. The country was abuzz with the upcoming coronation of our young queen, yet a shadow fell upon Bradford, an unsettling premonition of the storm that was to come. Whispers began to circulate. Unease settled over the Polish community. Something was amiss with their beloved priest. It began with a phone call, a hushed conversation overheard by his landlady. Father Borynski's usually booming voice was subdued, laced with an unfamiliar tension. He left his lodging soon after, his brow furrowed, his usual cheer absent. He was last seen visiting his predecessor, Canon Boleslaw Martinellis, a controversial figure shrouded in rumor. Some whispered of past allegiances with the Soviets. Others dismissed it as wartime paranoia. Whatever the truth, the meeting did not bode well. July 13th, 1953. The day began like any other, but as the hours passed, a chilling realization gripped the community. Father Borynski was missing. He simply vanished, gone without a trace, leaving behind only unanswered questions and a void impossible to fill. The police were called. An investigation launched, but it was as if he had disappeared into thin air. The phone call, the visit to Canon Martinellis, all dead ends. Irina Beck, a dear friend who had known Father Borynski since his arrival, was distraught. She had been one of the last to see him. She swore he had seemed troubled, preoccupied, as if he carried a terrible weight on his shoulders. Theories abound. Was he a Soviet spy, whisked away by his handlers? Did his past catch up with him? Or did Canon Martinellis, a man of shadows himself, play a part in his disappearance? Years have passed, decades even. Still the mystery lingers. The family, heartbroken, clung to the hope of his return. Letters were sent, parcels addressed to Father Borynski, maintaining a facade of normalcy. The community, robbed of their shepherd, never truly recovered. The golden age was gone, leaving only a bitter aftertaste of what could have been. Father Borynski's fate remains an enigma, a chilling reminder of the shadows that lurk even in the brightest of times, a mystery that continues to haunt the heart of Bradford.